New parents, tell me if this sounds familiar. The sink is full of dishes, laundry's starting to pile up, the bed still needs to be made, you finally set your baby down thinking you'll be able to get one or two of these chores done, and... Hey, I'm Amber, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new around here, welcome to my channel. I think one of the hardest things about being a new parent is figuring out how to take care of your new little baby, figuring out how to be a human again, all while simultaneously trying to still take care of and maintain your home. So in today's video, I am going to be telling you about 8 things that helped me get things done around the house with my baby without any tears or with very, very few tears and 0 screen time. I just wanna pause on that really quick. There is a lot of mom guilt and shaming around screen time, and that is not what I'm here to do. If you want to use screens for your baby, that is completely your choice and that is okay. But if you're like, I need to figure out a way to get things done and I do not want to use screens, then I am here to help you. This first tip might sound a little bit counterintuitive if you are a new parent, but just stick with me because all of the other tips that I have for you build off of this one. And that is to do the house chores while your baby is awake. That might sound difficult, but I've found that that is just the best way to do it because 2 reasons. One is that you don't have to worry about accidentally waking up your baby while you're doing the chores, like with the sound of a vacuum or the clanking of dishes if you're doing dishes. And 2 is that when your baby is asleep, you can use that entire time to take a nap, take a shower, or just to do something that you enjoy doing. The second tip is to start putting your baby down while they're awake sooner rather than later. You have to keep in mind that they are just getting used to living outside of your body. So if you start getting them used to it sooner rather than later, they are probably going to become okay with it sooner rather than later. For me, I started around the 2-month mark. My son, for the first month of his life, was basically held while he was awake at all times, even sometimes while he was asleep. But it was around 2 months that I realized that I need to be able to set him down occasionally to get some things done. And I'm not saying don't hold your baby or don't baby wear, but if you, like me, feel like you're not comfortable doing certain things while you're baby wearing, then this is definitely an important one. You want to make sure that you have a safe place to put your baby down, so it can be in their bassinet, you can like move it out into your living room, it can be on a play mat on the floor, or it can be in a bouncer. I really, really loved our bouncer because when he was a newborn, it reclined so that it was almost flat and just lifted up a little bit so that he could still see me, and it also provided a little bit of extra head and hip support, so it just looked a little more comfortable than a lot of bouncers I've seen on the market. The third tip is to start small. So when we first started putting my son down while he was awake, our goal would just be to last 30 seconds to a minute, and then every few days or even like a week later, we would work our way up just incrementally, adding like 30 seconds on here and there, and then as he got a little bit more comfortable, we would add on like a minute or 2. But your baby is probably not gonna be okay just hanging out by themselves for 10 minutes right away. The next thing is to try to actually have your baby watch you do the chore. And this is a reason that I also really loved the bouncer, because I could just pull up the bouncer and pop him in it. Even when he was a newborn, he could still kind of see that I was right there and kind of see what I was doing, as opposed to like putting them in the bassinet where they can only see essentially the ceiling. You might find that your baby is plenty entertained to watch you just like do a load of laundry, because even though chores like that seem so mundane to us, you have to remember it's a whole new world for them. So they might be fascinated watching you do a few dishes or watching you throw in a load of laundry. Before we get on to the 5th tip, if you are finding this helpful so far and you like motherhood, kind of crunchy, holistic living content, then please subscribe down below. Just hit that little button. I would love to see you around here more often. Tip number 5 is to get a couple of simple toys that are easy to hold on to. So if watching you do the chore isn't quite doing it, you can hand over one of these toys just to give you enough time to finish what you're doing. 2 of the toys that my son really loved pretty early on was this wooden rattle. I got this off Amazon. Hopefully you can see that. I'll link this down below, but it's very lightweight, really easy to hold on to. And then of course he loved the clanking noise. He also could like hold it like this by the ring, so that was great. And then he has this teether that I also got from Amazon, and I love that it has the ring going right through it, so early on it's pretty easy for them to hold. The next tip is to get a full-size mirror. Now, I was a little bit hesitant about this one because they are a little bit on the pricier side, and you wanna make sure that it is a shatter-proof mirror. You can get those small little like face mirrors for kids, but I really wanted to try the full-size mirror, so we did end up getting one. I'll link that down below as well if you want to check it out. It did end up being worth the money because my son loved looking at himself in the mirror. He still loves it. Sometimes he would just stare at himself in the mirror, and then other times I would give him a toy and he would watch himself play with the toy in the mirror. And so that definitely gave me time to get things done here and there. The 7th tip is to make sure that you're being realistic. It can be really easy to kind of get carried away. Like if you get one chore done successfully, to feel like, oh yeah, like, okay, let me go do this and this and this. And then all of a sudden your baby's getting upset. So what I like to do is just to set 1, maybe 2 have to get done goals for one day. And like, that is the thing that I want to get done. Any other tasks that I put on my calendar for the day are just like, it would be nice to get this done, but if I don't, I can do it another day type of thing. And there have definitely been times where I'm doing the chores, he's watching me, we're good, and then all of a sudden he's getting upset and fussy, and I'm like, why are you getting upset? Like, we were just fine. And I look at the clock and I realize I've been doing house chores for like 20 minutes, so of course he's getting a little bit antsy. The last tip I have for you is to go ahead and find a few low stimulation shows for if you do need to use a screen. So a few that I know of are Miss Rachel, Bluey, and the Magic School Bus. Or you can do something that I started doing where you on your own actually watch a Miss Rachel video, and then instead of giving your baby the screen, if they're watching you do a chore and they're starting to get a little antsy, you sing the song to them. My son loves the like, can you say mama, mama? So we do that and he has a great time. He will be laughing and smiling while I make the bed and sing one of those songs to him. So that also is a great thing to try. All right, that is all I have for you. I hope that you found this helpful. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are a brand new parent, check out this video right here, which is all about how to survive the newborn phase. I think you will find it very, very helpful. I hope you are having a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.